What's up, guys? Hennything goes here, back with another different kind of video.
No.
Before we get into it, make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing.
It's an old one.
If you're new to the channel, then now we're gonna go back to the original videos of the podcast style. So yeah, we are once a month. We're gonna, whether we have a guest or not, we're just gonna talk about a few topics and subjects from the previous 28 days or so.
Yeah, so if you got if anything big happens news wise, pop culture wise, let us know down in the comments. And obviously in November the podcast will be about October. December will be about November, and if you're
so on and so on.
If you're not an airhead, you get it.
Yeah, but that could be anything. Right, so since it's been a while,
he's back.
Well, go on, Mr. Pierre.
What's good?
I heard we got a free the mandems, but no more need to free the mandems.
A lot of people won't know JP, but he's one of our friends, and he's started this channel with us.
Yeah, originator.
And then he got handcuffed. So, speaking of handcuffs, it's a different feeling when you finally get rid of the shackles. So during COVID, I feel like, I don't know about yourself, but we have both experienced relationships, if you will. I want to talk about my experience.
I think a lot of people are going to relate to this as well, because
it's
COVID's
a test.
It's make or break, isn't it?
No, 100%.
So, like, thank God, I'm not in mine no more.
Wow.
One sec.
Wow, that is an experience.
Get a good mouthful there. Yeah.
You sounded like you was in a situation.
Nah, man. I wish it was just a situation. I'm free.
Wow.
I'm free. I don't think you feel the same way I do, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so don't you think like it was a proper, like, in comparison to other experiences life-wise and all of that, don't you think it was a different kind of experience due to the whole COVID situation? Like, I know I was living with my partner, which hasn't always been the same for most relationships, but
yeah, but did you only live together because of PanD Wandy?
No, it wasn't just because of that.
PanD Wandy.
But I think
you can't say the C word.
Oh, swear down.
Too much, or the P word too much on YouTube.
It might censor you.
Otherwise they come down and you.
What, Pandit?
Huh?
Yeah, let's call it Pandit.
PanD Wandy.
Oh, hold that. Because if you don't know what a PanD Wandy is, where have you been?
Alright, go on. So what made it so difficult?
I think it was the fact that on top of the normal strains and stresses, it was always face to face. It was like
intensive.
It was getting in the ring every day.
It's like
the intensity.
Intensive course.
Listen, it's a crash course.
The crash course,
mad crash course.
Yeah.
And it's like there is no preparation for that. And I mean that, like, I think even with like your say your normal living situations with your family, even that's more intense because people usually live their lives. And
yeah, I didn't live at home for the pandemic.
You what?
I didn't live at home for the pandemic, innit?
Where did you?
I lived at my nan's for 8 months.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but even you know what I mean, and it's like, even if when you are at home.
Yeah, if it's wake up and then it's just like they're just here until you go to sleep again for, I don't even know how long it was in the end.
Yeah,
too long? What was it? Like 16 months maybe? 18 months?
Pretty much.
Crazy.
Long.
Pretty much.
That's crazy.
That's too long. And then you got the normal means of our escapes, which was way and other places to socialise were locked off, so it's not even like you can deal with that all day and then escape.
There's no escapes, basically.
Yeah.
It's
escape room.
Basically.
It's full-time escape room.
Basically.
Non-stop.
Some people like it that way.
Don't get me wrong, there's a... Wow.
Siri?
Innit?
Siri obviously likes it that way.
My phone is tapped.
So, yeah,
wow. Who has my phone tapped?
Probably FBI.
Who doesn't?
You know. So yeah, like
don't say whatever you're gonna say. Don't say what you're gonna say.
I wonder who. Anyway, so yeah, like I feel like it just added this intensity that was uncontrollable in all aspects and elements. As it would, as I said, if you was at home, it would add it. Let alone if you was just with your partner. Whether you know your partner to that degree or not, you were forced to. Do you know what I mean? At least with certain elements, you can still take time, build slowly, let the cement dry, then add the next layer of bricks. Whereas this was just bare muck. It works, and then
it was definitely a crash course. And on top of that, you've got to basically. You get to know your partner inside out before, like you would normally. Yeah. Like in a normal relationship, obviously you might live with each other, but you're not forced to be with each other 24/7.
Yeah, but I think it's based on who it's with and how you are as a person. Like me, I was faced to kind of understand my limits, kind of like obviously before the COVID, because I was living with my partner. But realistically, it's a thing where you genuinely start to understand what you can and can't take, and it's like by day 3, it's like, oh,
yeah, I can see it being
day 3.
Day 3.
Day 3.
Day 3 in the Big Brother house was mad.
Wow.
I can see it being like when you first start getting involved with someone, start learning who they are, and then it's like by the time you usually move in with someone, you're already
have a better understanding,
invested in a relationship where those little things that you learn about people when you're with them all the time that irritate you, it's like you can put up with them because you're invested in the relationship. But when it's like, no, you're in, and that's it. And now it's like, oh, you drink out of this and then leave it on the table. You don't even put it in the kitchen or nothing. Usually, if you've been together for like 3 years, then move in, it's like, oh yeah, well, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you're taking the fucking piss. You.
No, but that's why I think what I was gonna add to what he just said is that on top of the fact that it's like, say for instance, like me and you back before COVID, we would still see each other 3-4 times a week because of football. We still had some sort of escape to get rid of tension and stress and shit. The moment everything fell like off, man need something immediately, bro.
But this is the thing, like obviously when you're forced to live with your partner, like in those circumstances, you've got to face their faults straight away. Like you can't get, like obviously, like you get to know them and what their faults are,
and they have to face yours.
Yeah, and they have to face yours as well. No, it's both ways. This is the thing. So like obviously, it's gonna grate on the other person, innit? Because you get to know things about your partner that you never thought about them or you never knew about them.
I'm traumatized.
If I got forced to live with you for like a year, you'd be buried in the garden.
You'd hate me.
So if you're traumatized, I want to know what she is. I want to know.
No, she's in a padded room.
But the difference was obviously because of that. On top of everything else, like for I want to say a good 80% of it, I was working. So there was not that much to get it in a sense because I was working. I still was out and about working. If I wasn't, then it would be everything that you could say from my side would be blah, but that wasn't the case.
My circumstances were a bit different. Like I was working from home. My partner, she worked from home. My ex-partner.
Was that mad?
I'm not gonna lie. We enjoyed it at first. Like no. It was actually a vibe. Like when my dad went cash and carry, got us like a case of prosecco, like we were just
living in just a wonderland, just burst.
No, literally, we was just living in a wonderland,
just burst.
Like we went shopping just to last us like however long. We had the alcohol there. Like it was just literally like we were just living in a bubble for a while, innit? So to be fair, I can't complain. Like it was actually nice.
It did the first one because then obviously
2.
It was 2.
The first one felt like 6 weeks holiday at school or whatever.
Yeah.
And the second one, that's when it was like, oh, yeah, this is stupid now. Like,
this is the thing, because at first, we did all of that, and it was nice to have a little break at first. Like, you know, just relax, wind down, take the time. You know, sometimes you need some time to yourself, innit? But then after a while, it's like, alright, cool, I want to get back to what I was doing before. I want to be going to, like, because me and her, we was going out to all the clubs and restaurants, eating, stuff like that. I think every single weekend.
I think that stuff is needed.
Yeah.
In most relationships.
100%. It's not healthy just to be in one space all the time, no other settings.
Yeah, but it isn't just that, because obviously, like, say for instance, you're saying like that's what you guys used to do, go out, go, you know, restaurants, go raving. There's people that's not them, but they would still go places and do stuff. They'll go on hikes, they'll go this, they'll go they'll go see scenery, whatever.
That ain't us.
No, I know it ain't. I'm saying it ain't us anyway, but I'm saying it ain't. You know what I mean? But everything will lock off. Do you get it? So even the Christmas was weird. Christmas was hella weird, and I was out and about.
Christmas. I'm trying to remember Christmas. Christmas is at my parents' home. Oh no, it's at her parents first, and then my parents.
I don't know what I did for Christmas. I think I just did what I did the day before, and then just did what I did the day after as well.
But yeah, I think it's like now. Obviously, we've gone from that to like the whole phases that I can remember, because I've been out and about. It went from that to you can only go shopping on certain days unless you're, you know, a key worker and things like that, to everyone buying all the toilet roll, which was fun, to now everyone's trying to buy all the petrol.
Yeah, I think I still got another 6 packs of blue roll in my loft. I'm joking.
I wouldn't be surprised if people have still got it like in their cupboards. Of course. Just packs and packs.
Do you know what's even more fucks? At the time is when they was doing the stupid toilet roll challenge and shit, and they was doing kick-ups and that. And then suddenly there's no toilet rolls in the shopping centre. So
life is actually mad. There was a phase of doing kick-up challenges and all of that with toilet roll.
Oh, you mean like people walking over crates?
That's another mad thing. COVID has done things to people that never would have happened.
It's pushed us to our
that is crazy.
The smallest little entertainment you can get out of anything. That's what people are doing.
I'm not even thinking that crates one. I see, man, brought back.
I seen different.
Even whilst we're on that topic of relationships, it was more towards like there was a moment when I kind of felt, or part of me felt like it was coming to an end, or it had to be heading in that direction. You know?
It was the
that rum and that sounds tasty.
No, because I went on that same path.
Right. So yeah, when you feel like it's coming towards an end, it's a lot more harder to deal with it then as opposed to before, because everything is intensified. Sorry, what new words? Yeah, because everything's intensified. It's not as simple as just I think we need to have a conversation, because every day you're at home, you're having a conversation. So it's like the moment that you lead with we need to talk about something, you already know. Yeah.
It's only going one way.
Kind of. Well, no, but it's only a handful of things it could be.
Yeah.
So I just avoided it and didn't.
Don't have much to say on this because I haven't been in a relationship for a long time.
That's normally how you deal with it. Just don't.
Because I haven't been in one for a long time, so like.
But you've ended things.
But ending a relationship is so far in my past now that
you don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Do you miss being in a relationship?
No. Why would I?
No, I'm just asking. Obviously, I'm trying to learn.
Connor wakes up, rolls over, and smiles.
For real.
I want like empty pillows. Like,
looking like Stevie Wonder. No, I just want to know. Innit?
If I want a cuddle, I can get a cuddle.
I think that's a hint. If you want to give him a cuddle, let him know. Innit?
0790.
I think I'm first in line, boss.
But yeah, so I think the ending was just a bit. It was more higgy because, you know, you usually both know, or you both have an inkling, unless you're fucking stupid.
And you both want to say, "Hey, let's be friends."
Who?
Let's be friends.
What's that? Anyway,
let's be friends. Let's be nice.
That's how
that's how I thought I was going.
So how's yours? How's your approach? Because I know how mine. I had to deal with it very rip the band-aid kind of thing.
No, ours was weird actually. Like, I don't want to talk too much about it, but like,
you don't have to mention details. But I meant for you. How was it for you?
Okay, we ended on good terms. Like, literally, we ended on good terms.
Is it still on good terms?
It was on good terms.
It was. That's past tense.
Until it wasn't.
Okay.
It's never gonna be though. Like people that say, "Oh yeah, we're still friends." Like you're not. It don't work out like that, man. It's not.
In the ideal world, I would still be friends with her. Like,
but that's not how it works.
No, but I feel like I was the one that, you know.
Do you feel like you was more hurt than her?
Nah, I don't think I was more hurt than her, but I feel like maybe I know that I could have
dealt with it better.
Yes, yes. No, because obviously, okay, I must have posted something.
There's no perfect way to deal with that.
No, but I must have posted something.
Wait, can you agree that?
No, 100%.
Before, there is no perfect way
I thought there would be. From the time we spoke about it.
Yeah, but you think that the perfect girl exists, or has that changed?
The perfect girl does exist.
What? This wasn't the last one.
No, I didn't say it wasn't. I didn't say it wasn't her.
I mean, you're not in it anymore. So.
I'm not in it anymore, but obviously, no. Hold on, wait, 1 second. No, wait. Let me backtrack because
you've gassed his flabber.
No, but this is the thing this is the thing. She had all the wifey traits anyway, like literally all of them. And to be fair, I don't think I'll find.
This ain't a promo thing, fam.
It's not a promo thing, but I'm just saying.
So do you have all the hubby traits?
Potentially.
Wow.
Potentially.
Wow. No. He was more confident about saying that she's got the traits.
Yeah, 100%.
Than he's got the traits.
No, 100%. No. I've definitely got the hubby traits anyway. But I would just say that mine was more like a long-term project. You get me? You get me?
Building a house.
Yeah, like building a house. You know, you have to build the foundations before you build anything else.
I don't know nothing about construction, case.
No, I do. That's the way it works. But obviously, like, no, she definitely had all the wifey traits. I can't
say that it was, yeah.
Yeah, I can't lie and be like, no.
Well, you know what happens over time? Like people grow, people change, and it's like a lot of things become a lot more apparent over time, especially when you're forced to kind of deal with. Like, you can either understand if one thing is enough to make you kind of lose your mind.
No, my perception of things has definitely changed since.
But this is what I mean, and I feel like COVID has had that impact in general.
No, but since us like being apart, definitely my because I think to myself, hold on,
you're not changing.
Was I wrong for like getting the changed? Way I was? Because
you can never question that. That's not the.
No, but will I find someone that was on what she was on?
Probably not.
Don't say that.
No, you will.
You won't.
You will.
Don't.
You will.
What?
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
Like, what you need to remember.
I'm me. Hold on. I will.
That's not how it works. That's not because she when you met, she wasn't that person to you. So you can meet someone else, and in years down the line, there'll be more to you than that was. So you can't say you won't meet someone else that's like that. Because you don't know what people are when you.
My feeling is that I won't anyway. But
no, but realistically, yeah, the thing is now.
You will.
Now, because of the way things are in general, because of everyone dealing with certain things during the whole COVID thing, everyone that isn't involved is now taking a back step from getting involved. Even if there's a lot of women that's what they want.
But how? Okay, all right, cool.
But they're still taking a back step towards getting there again.
How are you when you come fresh out of a relationship? Obviously, I'm fresh out of a relationship 2 weeks, innit? When I first got out of a relationship...
How am I? What, like in general or over that one?
No, not over that one.
If we're talking about that one in general...
No, not that one. In general.
What's that dance called? Is it Party Boy?
What?
That one. That dance.
That dance. Alright, what dance would you say you are?
Most of the time. It depends.
Oh, most of the time?
No, most of the... You know
obviously, this is my first relationship anyway.
Like my thing has always been taking what I learned about myself and about what I can and can't take with women in general. No matter what, the only thing I take from a relationship, whether like it's never really a thing about me being hurt, because being hurt happens to people. I feel like you've never really experienced heartache, so.
You said I'm going through heartache now. Relax.
But you're getting
80%.
Listen,
this 80% wrong might suggest differently.
Listen, but this was based on our previous convos when we first had the pod. So what I'm just saying to you is,
okay,
my normal way of dealing with things isn't the heartache. It's got nothing to play with how I deal with it. How I deal with it is being able to learn certain lessons from the relationship. But the problem is, because of COVID, it's not a simple lesson. It's a very complicated. It's much more complicated and intensified than normal relationships go and are.
Since we broke up, I've had like a couple things to ponder on. One,
what are you going to shed light on?
Was I right or wrong
to do it?
To do what I was doing throughout the relationship, and that's not cheating or anything like that, by the way. just I want to say what I'm saying without saying what I'm saying. If
Don't
you feel
say
me.
it. Don't do it.
But that was one, and number two, will I find someone that can offer the same qualities that she can?
That's what everyone thinks of when they come out of a long-term relationship.
Yeah, I don't.
Those are the two questions.
I'm hella wrong and strong, but I'm also. I accept a lot.
Yeah, but I can't be wrong and strong because I know that she was a good woman.
Yeah, but you still can be wrong and strong, even if there's one thing about the way you are that rubbed her off the wrong way. That doesn't mean you're just not the right guy for her. Doesn't mean it's got nothing to do with her being the right woman.
True.
Do you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Like, it's all good. Like, just saying, oh, you know, she's still da 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 da. It's got nothing to do with that. If this is why I'm saying I can never treat any two women in the same light, because if a different woman makes me feel differently about the same thing that pissed me off before, it might just irk me now.
Yeah, but I've only...
So it goes from irking... No, but you understand...
I get what you're saying, but
you understand things that piss you off.
No, I understand that. No, I understand that. Obviously, there's things that...
You're lying.
How am I lying?
Because you've definitely got things that have pissed you off. Without being in a relationship.
No, but this is the thing. Alright, this is what I would say.
Turn over and just be like...
Nice pillow.
Block.
No, but this is the thing. Obviously, you've seen different women in that light. If she's the only woman I've seen in that light, then how do I think to myself?
That's a you problem.
Yeah, you do. Do you realize
you know I don't let people in?
Yeah, but you know you are ridiculous with that train of thought, right?
When you do,
yeah, but you know me for how long?
But you're not listening. You do
in all the clubs, everything.
Do you understand how far fetched this point of this train of thought is? Even you must understand. You're at a disadvantage because the only things that you've experienced that have had any sort of impact in relationships, you lack that. Because you lack that, you're at a disadvantage anyway.
Yeah, when you see the next one, you'll be like, oh wait, I was acting stupid, or I was,
or you wasn't, or you was right for thinking the way you was.
When I was sitting there thinking about, oh, will this happen? Will this never happen? Blah blah. It's like that. Once you have like a few relationships, it's like, oh wait, that can just happen with anyone.
Yeah, so realistically, it's not the relationship.
In the moment, you're all about that one person. But then you realise, oh wait, I met that person by chance, and they became that. What's to stop me leaving my house right now and bumping into a stranger and they become?
Yeah, but you got to remember, at the same time, you man knew me before I was with her.
Yeah.
Right. So
what do you want to know? Because we'll tell you.
We
feel no way about it.
You man know what I was like beforehand.
Before
I was like, you're a clown. Obviously, commitment phobe. I wasn't into getting.
Don't get.
I didn't want nothing.
We didn't think like you were shackled as much, but you was presenting yourself like you were shackled.
No, but you see, this is how.
No,
like, okay,
this was our. You can't tell us what our perception.
And I'll tell you why you perceive it that way. Because one,
you were shackled.
No. No. One, at first, yes, it was COVID. I was just relaxing. I was enjoying myself with all the.
Don't get me wrong. There was a period of time when you were shackled, and we got the most invites to like obviously before then.
I was inviting you, man, to art.
Before me then,
me and her was hosting.
Yeah, you was doing that.
Like
you was doing that.
How long you came to yard? She'd cook for you lot and everything.
Come down with me.
All of that.
Wait, no one's trying to.
And she would tell me, no, like, message them, go out with them, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It got to the point where I was just grinding. That it might have looked like, okay, he's in a relationship, he's handcuffed, like all of that. But it wasn't. We only say that in terms when we only say that because
I'm not saying anything.
We only say that because there's times when we all make the effort to meet up, and then let's just go with other shackled members still managed.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. And by the way, I'm
talking about the other one, but still, like in general, we still managed to like we call him shackled. He goes on like he isn't. Okay, cool.
I missed like 2 or 3 motives. What do you mean?
That's too much.
During COVID, in 2 years, I missed like 2 or 3 motives. And the motives that I saw you at were my motives.
So wait, so you're saying this? You missed 2 or 3. You've invited us round.
Her birthday, my birthday. Well, listen, there was barbecues that we done.
Listen.
There was another motive at the yard where she cooked.
Now,
there was multiple.
You're saying I missed 2 or 3 motives. Now, if you sit there and ask us how many motives did we have for the year, it might be something like 5, and 2 of them were at your house.
Yeah.
So it's either you were shackled when it comes to leaving, or the motives had to be at yours.
No. I would say I got on the grind and I just had that headset that where like
the headset.
Yeah, the headset. You know, like the
headspace.
I had that headspace where like I just need to buckle that. Yeah, I just had the vision.
That's perfectly fine. Give man a heads up. Man are still gonna be bannering you, telling you you're shackled.
Yeah, I know, because I got one of my group chats that I called Free JP. Well, no, it's changed. It's now called Fresh Home. But
bust case.
But I'm just here to say that it wasn't that. It looked that way, but obviously, the way I'm grinding.
To be honest, it's not about what it looks like, because man, like you know how we are. Man are always going to be running those.
It's a regardless. And the thing is, she wouldn't understand that though. So if she saw something like that, which she did, like
how did she manage to see that?
Like maybe
there we have it.
Maybe the day after we broke up, I must have posted something, but when I was drinking. So I didn't think about any of that.
Schoolboy?
Yeah, it was a schoolboy era. If I had a chance, I would go back.
I'll go back.
I'll go back.
In
the Beningings. And I wouldn't post that. But I posted it. She thought I was like taking a mic. Yeah, she thought it was a dig. It wasn't. It actually wasn't.
Yeah, but this is what the whole problem is. People have their own perception of how people should be when you're out. When you're out of it, once you're out of it, like there's rules and regulations. There ain't no rules.
I don't know how to be right now. Honestly,
we can tell 80% is kicking in.
Yeah, this 80% rum is kicking in, but like obviously, like every man's getting onto me. Oh, you're out every night at Libertine and whatever.
Oh, is that where you are? Yeah,
you're a clown. you see it. I know you see it. But
live it.
No. Obviously,
live it up,
at the same time, it's a distraction.
Yeah, because you're used to having someone else next to you. If you're sitting there on your own, it's like it's boring, and you want to get out your own head and everything.
Yeah, I want to distract. I'm enjoying the distraction.
Do you know what the biggest freedom is?
And
like we're at that point where a lot of people that are in relationships live together, right? And then you've got like people that know you to like, let's just say to the degree that we know you or more. They're seeing you're now living, right? And then they're always stupid enough to be watching you living at a point where their partner's like, you ain't hanging out with him no more, bro.
No, 100%.
You can't see him. You can't even make plans because he's been living.
100%. Everyone is getting onto me right now saying, "Rah!" Like all the group chats, everyone's messaging me like,
I'm not gonna lie.
You're doing a madness."
Everyone has done the same thing you're doing.
Yeah,
everyone's done it.
Yeah, but I just don't think. Maybe I shouldn't have posted it though.
No, that's got nothing to
so don't post it.
No, but JP, if that's who you are and that's how you move, how can anyone say to you don't do that?
It's your account. Post what you want to post.
Like imagine what you was like beforehand.
People aren't forced to look at your post.
That was how I was beforehand, boss.
This is what I'm saying. You shouldn't feel wrong for being who you are.
Yeah.
Like just because that shit stopped because you was in
a relationship.
Yeah, just because you're no longer in that. Like, don't get me wrong. It's so easy to lose track of who you was before the relationship once certain time period passes. But do understand that the way you're thinking and feeling and the way you're behaving is just you naturally being who you are.
True.
I don't think you've changed.
No, I ain't changed. This is the thing. I ain't changed.
I mean, other than that, a few months ago you were shackled. Like, I don't.
No. Do you know what it is? Yeah, like a few months ago, I was just grafting and all of that. I'm still grafting, but I need the distraction. Like, it's just enjoyment. It's just enjoyment.
Before when you was grinding,
yeah, you
was still living. And man could still see you was living.
Yeah.
Whereas as soon as you got to a point where that wasn't accessible, and it wasn't because you was in a relationship, it was probably because of COVID more than anything.
Yeah.
As soon as you've now got into that routine of not living and not posting and things like that, now you get to a point where like you are now, you're not really sure how to act and how to behave. That's a natural thing to lose touch of who you were before, because you're not in the same mental place you was before.
Another question is, her seeing that, is that wrong of me to post?
No, it's your like I said, it's your account.
It's the same.
And by the way, we don't follow each other.
If you happen to come across something she posted, would that affect you?
If I saw something that she posted,
you've
she was moving brazy, that would make me feel.
But that's your
type of way.
It was your fault for looking for it.
Right.
You've gone looking.
Okay, right, that's cool.
You can't go looking for something that's going to upset you and then be upset that you're upset. You went looking to be upset.
True, but I should have more feeling towards it because I know that some of her family or friends even are on my social.
Yeah, but what you need to remember is you're not exactly being disrespectful.
No, I was just enjoying myself.
Like,
I'm posting what I was doing.
You one of the nice guys.
Yeah, 100%.
When man gets burst and man's out and man's active and man's talking all the shit.
Yeah.
I ain't thinking about no one.
No, but man
I ain't thinking about none of y'all.
That's the thing. Man, not on crud. I'm just here enjoying myself.
Oh, buddy, slow down. I ain't talking all that.
Man, not on crud. Realistically, like when they come out of a relationship, when they're fresh out of a relationship, they're on crud. I am just going to liberty and enjoying and going home.
Well, I think it's good to see you back and living. That's what I'm going to say. As one of your boys, I'm never going to get onto you about living because everyone's got their. If you don't do it now, you're going to be doing it in 6 months time, 8 months time, whatever. Like, do what you need to do, bro.
I don't give a shit.
You're not going to get to a point. You're not going to get to a point where you feel like you need to reevaluate this because a part of you knows you've been doing your grinding, you've been doing this, you've been doing that. If you didn't think you could afford to do it, let's say, you wouldn't be doing it. And if it didn't help distract you from what's going on that needs to be distracted, like you're never really going to find a time, place, or you're never just going to be given that time and space to figure out who you are again. You literally just have to roll with it and just go, because he'll tell you, I've said the same thing to him before. I was like to him, when I first got out of another relationship, I was like to him, I don't remember what I used to be like.
Yeah, but I need to find out if it was my goals and what I was doing and the way I went about doing it was what hindered the relationship.
Yeah, too late.
It's too late now.
You're never,
but
there's a lot of things you're never going to get answers for.
I know it, obviously it plays a part in it 100%, but I need to figure out, obviously I need to apply myself to make sure that doesn't happen again.
But yeah, so now we move on to what the current crisis is, which is, if you don't know the area, there's a good chance you're in a petrol queue without realising it. Like, me not so much, because I kind of have a better understanding of where they are, and if not, I'm looking on the map, because if I'm seeing a build up of traffic for no goddamn reason,
you're avoiding that.
Not avoiding that. That's usually what. No, I spend most of my time on the wrong side of the road, because that petrol station is usually blocking both sides.
Yeah,
it's not just one side that's blocked.
Yeah.
So there's always free space.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Up until it, and then as soon as you get past it, it's normal again.
Yeah.
So yeah, like this is the new normal. They either have petrol or they don't.
It's not the new normal.
Well, it has been.
It's just people know, like, it's like like the PanD with all the shelves being empty and that. When people panic and they go out and buy more than they need, or like, and everyone goes at the same time, it's like, if you just go like you would normally,
you'll be fine.
Nowhere's gonna run out. It's just gonna be how it always was. Because you got millions of people running out, trying to get it all at the same time, and even there's people probably with like 3/4 in their tank, filling their tanks up when they.
Right, I've gone filled up, and the price tag that's on the one before me is like £7.10, and I'm like, I know that like there's some people that's in dire positions, but I also heard the pump click. Why is it clicking? And you filled it up to £7. Go home and just leave your car on the drive. What do you mean £7.10 to click just to fill your tank?
Certain man don't even fill their tank up more than £5-10 a week, and then they're rolling around with £70-80.
I don't know them.
That's you.
Yeah, but you're saying that like to say he's a tenner in his tank ain't lasting him, bro.
That will last the forever.
His 0.6 litre V10.
I got to fill up on Monday, and it's...
He's got like just under half a tank.
Yeah, just under half.
He's alright.
Yeah, that will last you like 4 months.
I've probably done over 100 miles this week as well.
And how much you got left?
Just under half.
Just under
half, yeah. I'm alright.
Not gonna lie, like mine somehow last week I topped up Monday before work, and then obviously I drive all throughout the week, and then it lasted till Friday evening after work, and I was hopping in and it was going. It's me.
Wait. So what if you can't find petrol? What do your work say?
We have sources.
Yeah, you got sources, innit?
Backups.
Yeah.
We have sources.
Yeah. Keep that.
NDAs and that.
Yeah, I can definitely get fuel if I'm that desperate, but it's like red diesel.
Yeah, red diesel.
You're not meant to have it in your car.
What about Kent? What's it like down Kent? Bad?
The same.
Really?
I went Tesco Friday, and there was bare people queuing, and they only had petrol, they didn't have diesel.
Diesel, yeah.
But it's the same everywhere because people panic no matter where they live.
So obviously I weren't too sure. Like, I don't really speak to many people outside of London and stuff, but like they was telling us on the live last week that it's all like in Liverpool and other places, which we was kind of stunned to that because obviously we didn't know. Mm. But then obviously when you're seeing a lot of these videos that are a bit nuts, you're like, that can't be London. The places look like it ain't in London. Mm-hmm. But
it's a conspiracy.
I see someone put one out saying
it's a conspiracy, so they could start charging us 150s for petrol and diesel.
Yeah, I see that. I see Shell had it 149.7 for both petty and diesel.
Yeah, but they're saying because of lockdown, there was a build up and there's an excess,
a surplus, and apparently fuel. It goes off. Yeah, so you know.
So what better way to get rid of it than spooking everyone by putting it out in the media and to say that fuel is running low. We got a shortage of HGV drivers.
But on top of that, it's because the information came from people that help direct stuff. And I only recently found out that it was like a leaked conversation. It wasn't even something that they put out. They didn't put it out. It was just a leaked convo between people that said, we're kind of struggling for HGV drivers. It's just me and you talking about it. And then that leaked. But because of our positions in government.
Yeah, but sometimes that's the best way though.
Yeah, but obviously it's lining certain people's pockets. That's why that's what the problem is.
So most things that get leaked.
Yeah,
like on purpose.
Yeah,
it's not an accident.
I was like at least in America, when things get leaked, it's because hackers are active and just like let me let the world know quickly, and then 2 twos you don't ever hear of these hackers ever again. But UK ain't like that. UK, everything there's an agenda.
Yeah, there's an agenda.
There's always an agenda.
100%, especially over these past 18 months, they've gone into agenda overdrive.
Yeah, I feel like they're moving into.
But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, because we sit here for ages. But
with conspiracies, but yeah, so
they it's definitely like it's just weird how there's like got people running the fucking country that can't even. Like, what did they think was going to happen with Brexit? Did they think that we're just going to be able to keep bringing stuff in from Europe and stuff like how we wanted to?
Well, I think it's more to do with things that's more like the people that aren't affected are the ones that was more for Brexit. But like, I think the whole point of it is to kind of reset how things are. So us, or UK, if you will, with a lack of or our own resources, now we're just exposed as having nothing, so now we're just getting overcharged for everything because we need to get it here. Do you get it?
Well, listen, inflation is crazy right now.
Bruv, inflation is a mess.
Inflation is crazy.
It's a mess as well, yeah. Do you know what's even more mad? You've got a lot of UK companies. Their warehouses are in Germany. Germany's got bare UK warehouses. So you're ordering products and then you've got to pay for it to get imported. If the companies don't pay for it, you have to pay for it.
Yeah, I heard a company over here used to pay $3,000 to import their whatever there was important.
Yeah, whatever there was important.
And now they have to pay 14 grand.
Yeah.
For the same stuff
there is companies that were used to making, like, whatever their turnover is, their profit margin was something like 150 to 160, and now I'm hearing they're making like 70, 65, which isn't even like a mad job. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, like you own your own business, yeah, cool. You pay everyone, and then still, that's what you're left after.
I can see it happening with like other stuff as well. Like today it's fuel, but what next can't we get in because there's a lack of.
I mean, if you look at the supermarkets, like
I'm
there's a
not gonna
shortage
lie.
of everything.
I'm not gonna lie. It is looking a bit.
It's been creeping up,
whatever
for the last
Boris
6
is
months.
trying to shot, he's gonna come out and accidentally leak. He probably walked out of his office and a reporter was like, "Oh, Boris, can you answer this question?" I was just talking to Nigel about there being no petrol or diesel in the country. Oh, like they can. It's mad. And then people are just even madder.
Yeah.
That they fall for it.
Yeah, but it's worse because it's like that happens. Person A falls for it, and then it's monkey say, monkey do.
Water bottles. Did you see the video of the woman buying water bottles from the petrol station?
Yeah, I saw that.
And emptying them in the bin.
Yeah, it was like 6 litres she managed to get.
Listen,
That's not
the worst one I've seen.
I think it was like 3 litres.
I'm going through it. I'm saying like,
plastic bag.
but people were like, "Oh my god, she's like buying water bottles to fill up with petrol." She was emptying it in the bin.
Yeah.
Who empties a water bottle into the bin?
That's what I do when I want to put vodka in there.
But why would you not put it in the why would you not put it in the drain or on the floor? That in the bin. Yeah. And then obviously the plastic bags, doubling up.
Yeah, why is she emptying water in a bin?
Oh, listen, just
nuts, man.
Like, do you know? I think
there's never gonna be any ever again. Yeah, like, it's all gone.
But the bag one made me feel like, okay, so now, for one, what you're doing is really stupid and dangerous, filling up fuel in a bag. Then she tried to double the bag after one bag was full, but she was struggling to do so because liquid doesn't have a shape. So, whatever you're going to attempt to do isn't really going to work how you thought it was. How are you then going to get the fuel back into something like your tank? The only way you get stuff into your tank is by the shape of the petrol pump that allows you to, like a funnel. It's just like you've proper seen the lengths of idiocy.
It was kind of techie though, the way she got it in the bag in the first place.
That's man. If I did that, that would be leaking out.
If I told you to go to the kitchen now for a plastic bag out of water,
yeah.
the kitchen would be wet.
Yeah, 100%.
The corridor will be more wet, and there'll be no water.
There'll be no water by the time I get here. By the time I go to the kitchen and bring the bag back with water, there'll be no water in the bag. Man. That's it down.
And this is
that was some hocus pocus. That was some hocus pocus.
Some cauldron.
Yeah.
Some cauldron magic.
You're gonna move on to sports. The rest is all sports wise, isn't it?
I was thinking, the other thing that happened that was nuts was the whole Armz versus PanD. Did you see it?
I saw parts of it.
I was gonna say I saw the highlights.
Yeah, I saw the highlights. I didn't.
The highlights were.
I'm not paying to watch two guys fight when I can just go raving and get it for free. Especially if that's how it's gonna.
What do you mean? Raven fights are way more litter than.
Yeah, then what that was just.
Don't listen. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what? Yeah, it's. Do you know what? It's nuts and it's mad and it's like I get fighting for however many rounds. It isn't a simple task. Like even if you think back to the last time you had a fight, it didn't last 6 rounds or 3 minutes.
No,
and a young break.
He got that.
Connor said he got the one bag, so it didn't last that long. No, seriously. If you see like street fights and all of that, like they last for a couple minutes.
Fights like if anything,
max.
Man have like 5 minutes of fighting and then shuffling, and then it's like
not even that.
Well, but this is what I'm saying. I'm being extreme.
Yeah.
Man, I have 5 minutes of shuffling and fighting.
Yeah.
And if someone don't get knocked out, the fight's done.
Normally, it's like 10 punches each maximum.
10 punches. I've never seen a fight 10 punches.
That's what I'm saying, maximum. Like so when you're watching a fight, yeah, and you're seeing 100, 200 punches thrown each, yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, this is why one part I'm on one side of the fence saying that I get how difficult it is when especially when these men are big ass brothers. But what we was seeing I don't know if you could call that fighting.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They could be good at street fighting, but being a professional fighter is a whole different. People train for that their life, their whole entire life.
And everything, just months and months and months of them like sending for each other on videos and all the build up. And then these man were doing. They was playing Twister.
On a serious note, Twister. I think it's more to do with the fact that because of how everything's been, like we were saying about COVID and stuff, anticipation for things have really heightened. So if you add that and sprinkle in how much talk they had for each other, like we've already got what we thought was going to happen, and then for us to end up watching that,
I thought I probably would have seen a knockout, to be honest. Size of them both. Look at Armz' arms.
Yeah, but then bouncers look like a bouncer, so like either way, like it weren't ever going to be such a simple,
100.
simple thing. So
I've been seeing bouncers training videos, and he looks like he's got some kicks still. He looks like, but obviously training's training, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when it comes to the real thing.
And then on top of all of that, alright, cool. You know, the highlight videos are kind of nuts. The highlight reels are crazy. You know, it's like the narrative is easy to paint with what actually happened. But then obviously a day later, we're seeing the release footage of like Bouncer needing to be stretchered off, which is what makes me sit there and say, man, don't realize.
A day later?
Well, that's when I saw
it. The videos came out.
So so the videos came out like immediately after the fight. But to me, the next day is when I saw it, because I'm not up or active. Whereas as soon as I was up and active, that's when I saw it. That's when I saw those, and I was like in my head, I was thinking like, if people go from not being physical in any way, shape or form, and then you just throw yourself in a crash course, you'll be able to perform, but as soon as your adrenaline kicks out, your body's gonna go.
This is the thing, because obviously Bouncer's been doing like MMA or training, boxing, whatever, kickboxing, I think he's been doing for like a long time, or like whatever, last year or two. But to step in a ring and do that, you need to have been on job for like
a lot longer,
3-4 years. Like you can't just like you have to have experience.
So the thing is, when it comes to that
or you just need to have serious fitness at least.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that level of fighting, like you need to be fit to even have the mind frame to be able to handle that and then not collapse or not pass out. Because obviously the thing that kind of controls how your adrenaline releases in your body is your mind. Now if you're not used to being in that situation, which is very different to having to punch man up in 10 seconds.
Yeah, the mentality of it as well.
So like obviously you're getting a break, then your body's getting a bit whatever, then you're getting a break and your body's whatever. We know from playing football, like the moment we've had too much of minutes on the side, and then the manager's like, get warmed up, you're going back on, your body's like, you're funny.
Yeah.
And then that's it. By the end of the game, you're cramping, seizing up and all that.
Thing is, it's no shame that he was on the floor and needed to be stretched off at all, because he's not a professional fighter.
Yeah, so that's got nothing to do. That's what I was saying, like
professional cuddler.
That's what I was going on. Like people, it's easy to sit there and point the finger and say whatever, but man can't just get in the ring.
You're mocking it.
And give professional hugs.
But then you got that.
You're actually mocking it.
You got that. Then you got. But it's mad because it's like even like the Little Man fight was nuts.
I didn't see any of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Bruv, that was a fight.
I didn't even see the highlights.
The Little Man thing was a fight. Like Little Man's held the belt, but he looks like he's been swinging. Like the whole time he was in prison, he was swinging. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And then they started it, and then he's had the belt, and now we was just defending the belt, and he defended the belt because it was a fight. And then that happened, and it was like, I'm not sure what the main event was.
Did he slap up my man?
He smacked man up.
Yeah, but the last fight he smacked man up, and I think he's got a good physicality. Although obviously he's got dwarfism.
Yeah, but he looks like he's been training.
Yeah. You can see from his body, his physicality, his reach, all of that, because he's not like the other. Like I don't know if you saw the fight before last year, but the other guy was I don't know how to put this, but say
a dwarf.
Say
that's
okay.
not even the right term.
No, say Little Man is a dwarf. The other guy was like a dwarf.
No, wait. No, you're both wrong.
Is it dwarfism?
Yeah, it's dwarfism.
Yeah, but we don't say the word.
What?
They're called little people.
Oh, I don't know the technical.
I did. I don't know. You know, the baddest thing about the things like when you've got the fights and you've got the undercards and shit like that happens, it's like, how can that, like, the main event should have been Liquor Man.
That happens in like everything though. That happens in UFC all the time, where a fight on the undercard is better than the main event. But
no, Liquor Man can fight.
The difference is that Liquor Man's going in there to put a show on.
Yeah, but like, this is also the second time he's done it per se.
No, but if Liquor Man gets in the ring, he win or lose, he's gonna put a show on.
Yeah.
Bouncer and Armz are so they
they
wanted to win.
They just
wanted
to
win.
They care about their reputation.
They want to win so bad that it's not about putting a show on anymore.
I think
it's
on top of that,
you care about your reputation. You care about.
I think on top of that,
pride.
They both didn't want to lose much more than they both wanted to win. Yeah. So you have to remember, like, as long as man, because think about it, these men have been talking the most crud to each other.
Yeah, when you smack talk,
and if you get like 3 rounds in and you know you're winning, Bouncer might think like, if I just ride this man for another couple of minutes, I'll win.
If you what?
You heard me.
You're a clown. I actually can't do it.
He definitely.
You can do AJ next if you want, because
oh yeah, I forgot all about that. That, I'm not gonna lie, basically one of my cousins put me on and said to me about the fight. He's like, what do you think? I was like, I don't even know who's fighting. He's like, he sent me a link of Usyk training there. I watched this training video and I was like, my immediate thought was, he's screwed. I was like, Anthony's screwed. Regardless, like, I don't know what I could have seen from AJ's side that would have ever made me think for 1 second he had a chance.
I'm very feel.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And like when I saw it, I was like,
that's your people.
This. Oh my god,
it's not.
It feels like, you see when it was the whole.
He's Ukrainian.
Oh, you're Polish.
No, I'm not that evil.
Oh, whatever. But yeah, so you see like the whole, was it Khabib, when the Khabib fight come out, when man was seeing him training with bears.
Oh yeah.
You're not, no one, if that's not what you're doing, you're already at a disadvantage.
You're losing.
And like, it's not even like man was training with bears and was losing. He was training with bears
and having them up.
And this is when he was very young.
Yeah.
This isn't now.
Yeah.
This is when he wasn't a man. So it's like, when you see that, it's like, even if he's trained once a month since then, he's already at an advantageous position.
AJ's just on this like superstar life now, isn't it? So.
No, but then with him, he's gone from having, winning all of his battles, then he's got all the belts, then he's lost the belts,
one or more back.
But he's lost to 2 actual boxers rather than just.
Yeah, I know, but
picking a man out on the street.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is, the first time he lost the belts, all that whole under star-like kind of mindset gets shaken. So it's not just I'm thinking about that anymore. Now it's like, right, that one rocked me still. Like, I don't really want to get rocked again. So you're always gonna. He's trying to do the boxing thing, but then
he's trying to be more technical with it now.
Yeah, but you can't. That's not him.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you come up against a technical boxer like Usyk, you can't go head to head with him and go punch for punch with a boxer like that. No. You need to come in on with the bully boy tactic. So him losing weight was a mistake from day one.
Like, realistically, the problem was that if you think about it, that Usyk has been a technical kind of boxer. So if you try and bring that game to him, you've already lost. You either need to bring aggression and
you come to his power,
but
you need to take it to him.
You need to make him bring that technical to you and use your power and your reach,
and your weight.
Yeah,
you need to bully him, step on him, like.
Yeah, very little man.
The same way Fury did to Wilder. Like, you need to weigh them down. You need to tire them out by putting your weight.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Yeah, when you're in the ring, no matter how big you are, how many belts you've had in that, and you're looking up, like, across the ring, and a man is he's in skanking mode. If you know you can't even keep up skanking for that long, you're gonna have a hard time.
But that's why you need to come with the power, though.
Ding, ding, ding. Like, he's proper funky house, just bopping. Like,
no, for the first 5 rounds or so, he was floating.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
He was floating.
So when you see a man just that in your head, you're like, I wonder if he's gonna get tired. And then the next round starts, and he's just back to the motion of the skanking, and it's like,
No, Usyk was floating.
This is what I mean.
Differently.
It's like, I think by round 3, man should have been switching up tactics or something.
100%.
Because I didn't catch anything, but like, I think I caught like 1 round when I was going to buck these, man. And like, I stopped, I see it, I was like, oh shit, I forgot all about this. 2-2s, I'm seeing skanking, and I see him give him a young knock. And the knock I see him give, his leg started skanking. And I was like, oh shit.
But that's the thing, like by round 7 or 8, I think AJ's corner was telling him, keep doing what you're doing, but watch out for the left. Watch out for the left. I'm thinking,
nah.
Tell him to step on him. What do you mean? Yeah. Do what you're doing, but watch out for the left. Like, no. Like you're not going to catch up to him on rounds now.
You need to
knock him out at this point.
Yeah, you need to hit him.
The same thing with the bounce on Armz, though, innit? When you're doing sport at that level or any level, the time just goes and goes and goes, and then it gets to the point where it's now too late.
But that's why it's so crucial that you've got the right corner, like the right management in your corner, the right trainers, like and the right coaches. Because if you don't, and they're telling you the wrong stuff, by round 7 or 8,
you're done.
You should have been telling him step on him.
I think
because you could see Usyk tiring as well at that point.
It's more so round 5 or 6. Your evaluation of the fight should have succumbed to either maintaining your strategy, or changing it, even if it's slightly. Yeah. But to me, it just seemed like they just told him to continue doing what he's doing, and he wasn't winning. Yeah,
he didn't change his tactics whatsoever.
But if you're not winning,
it's like Mikel Arteta.
Shit, man. Right. So next we've got the whole.
Yeah, last.
I was gonna say. I was
segue with Arteta.
No, football. No, wait. Before we get there, I was gonna ask the whole. What do you man think about the whole Wilder Fury, which is coming up?
I know this ain't on topic or anything, but just want to say Arteta out.
We're gonna be doing football in a minute.
Straight.
Just wait.
I don't care. Can't wait for that.
No, on a serious note, what are your thoughts on the Wilder Fury?
Fury to beat him round 7.
Well, like that, like that. What do you think?
What are the odds on that? Someone check the odds on that.
I'm actually not too fast.
Like, no, it's not about being fast.
I've seen them fight, and I've seen who's won. When people start doing all this rematch stuff, I don't really get interested in it.
Yeah, but Fury didn't want to do the rematch.
Yeah,
only because it said in the contract.
I know the contract to do it, but like it doesn't work if it's UFC, boxing, whatever. All this rematch stuff, I don't really care. I've seen.
Yeah, but the court ruled that they had to do the rematch.
Yeah, but I've seen. Yeah. No, but I'm saying just.
100%. I don't want to see this fight.
I'm not too interested. I've seen it.
So who do you think is taking it?
I don't care.
I
actually don't care. I haven't got to say anyone.
Just say one.
Fury's already won.
I've seen Wilder's training, and he looks like he's more on job, trying to be more technical than he's been.
I was gonna say to me, he's not really much of a boxer.
He's not training with Fury in the gym. Like, is he? Like once you're in the ring with Fury,
100%,
it's a mess.
100%. That's why I say Fury round 7.
Fury's just kind of shown that, like, you see the experience man's had. Like, so long as you have a game plan and your experience, it's always gonna win that battle. Fury, especially against like that kind of opponent.
Fury is quick and he is quite powerful.
He's a boxer. He's a very big boxer.
Yeah.
I swear he's like 6'8".
So he's huge.
He's a very big, and on top of that, like think about how much times he's put on mad weight and then lost it and stuff. All of that.
He lost like
bears.
More than 10 stone. It was like 15 stone or something.
Bro, it was something crazy.
Something stupid.
And then
he was spiraling.
Exactly.
Through depression.
And he said that. Yeah. He said that.
Yeah.
And he's like, this has been very uplifting, which kind of allows him to stay on a maintained kind of regime. Knowing that he's going to get back in the ring, he's probably going to be on smoke, bro.
I rate it. He's an inspiration.
He's going to be on smoke. I think Fury, but who knows, innit?
No,
boxing could go either way.
It can always go either way, but if I had to bet, if I was a betting man...
You're saying Fury round 7?
If I was
if you was a betting man, yeah? Fury round 7.
If I was a betting man, I would say Fury round 7 KO. Especially like from watching the last one. I remember watching the last one, and I think I remember it like, and he bullied him, and I was like, wow. And obviously, when he fought him the first time, it weren't too soon after him. He still had like. He was still new to it.
He had like one warm up.
Yeah, like I think he had more than that, but it was like
it's still on the same
lower league Donnies.
It
was nothing like And then when he come back against Wilder, and then Wilder gave him his best shot, and he still got up.
Yeah.
From then, I knew Wilder would never have that over him.
Yeah.
Like,
which is what he's had on everyone else.
Yeah, which is what he's had on everyone else. Like, my man's a gypsy, bro.
Innit? You know, man don't really know what the gypsy them are about.
Do you know what I mean?
You fight one, and it's like, what's this guy made of?
My man's a gypsy. He'll get up every single time.
Have you not seen Snatch?
Like, my man will get up every single time. Like, think you've KO'd him 10 times, he'll get up 10 times. Like, it's not even.
Just watch Snatch. Yeah. These man do this.
And after that, you can't leave your house. You better not be on road.
It better not be on road with 10 other gypsies as well. No, you don't.
If you're fighting one, it's already scary. If you see more than two together, just don't.
To be fair, gypsies, they're quite like honourable. They like doing that one-on-one thing
amongst themselves.
No, but even with other people, they like like doing that one-on-one thing because they back themselves as well.
Yeah, true.
So it's not like it's because like I see you and we need to. No, they don't need to because they back themselves. They're like different.
But speaking of other people and on sport, what's your whole views on the topic of?
I think you should be giving your views because.
Well, you can't have one.
I can have one, but it's not like. It's not about me. Like, it doesn't affect me as much as it affects you.
Yeah, but you still have a perception of the whole thing.
So basically, I can't remember. I think it was a week or two ago. Marcos Alonso, the Chelsea player, came out and said that he's no longer going to be taking the knee.
Which is something that they've been doing to try and...
Yeah, but like, it's not like...
The same.
Yeah.
If I'm on the street, no one's going to treat me...
The same.
The same as you. Or like at football, I'm not going to get racially abused at football.
Yeah.
Which is what the whole thing started from. Like, he's no longer going to be taking the knee because he feels that...
It's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything. Nothing's coming of it. He does point to the kick out of racism badge, but it's like that's the first of many, innit? Now people are gonna start saying
they're not doing it.
I
genuinely just don't think taking a knee is gonna have enough of a big impact to change things. But it's a start to some sort of awareness and whatever.
Personally, I understand why people say that they don't see it making a change or things ain't gonna get better.
I mean,
but it's still ringing.
I currently support Arsenal. I got bigger stuff to worry about than taking a knee,
bro. One thing is more important than the other. Like, what do you mean?
There's bigger things to worry about, bro.
Nah, I would say personally, the way I see it is shining a light on taking a kney is not gonna solve the whole issue. But it's always going to bring about change. It's always shining a light on the issue itself. And that's what we're trying to do. But we know taking the knee ain't going to stop it all. But
then there needs to be some sort of next stage.
They're having these discussions. We're having these discussions right now because people are taking the knee. If they don't take the knee, we ain't having... Why we're not talking about this and talking about racism in the game.
Yeah, true.
So we need to keep doing... Like, these gestures need to keep happening so that we can... actually shine a light on the issue, on the topic, and everyone keeps discussing it. From time we stop doing that, we're not talking about it no more.
Yeah, I was thinking that obviously because I'm not really into any other sports or like any other countries based sports, I don't really understand how these things run, like say in American football per se or basketball, because I don't speak to any or know anyone that's involved, but I can imagine depending on...
Well, it happened once with American football. Kaepernick was the guy that started it.
I remember that.
He got kicked off his team and everything for it.
Yeah, he got scapegoated, and that happened like maybe 3-4 years ago now.
Yeah, but
now we're taking the knee over here.
Yeah, but immediately after that happened, everyone started forming. That's when the whole...
No, but this is the
thing. That was all around the whole time.
They tried.
It was different in America.
And all the owners...
Because they do national anthem before every game, and he did it during the national anthem. And America, so like...
Disrespectful.
They said they were being disrespectful.
They're so self-involved. It was like some massive disrespect.
Yeah, because in America they're very patriotic. Well,
but didn't that stem from the whole...
It's very similar. The way that like here, a majority of the fans that go to watch are like white middle-aged men. It's very similar with American football. All like most of the crowd are all white people, so they see a black guy not singing the national anthem, taking a knee,
and they start talking the most crud. They start remembering where man's from.
I mean, Marcos Alonso even came out and said like he hasn't consulted with any of his teammates or anything. He's just making the decision on his own.
Yeah, because I saw Tuchel speak about it, and he said if that's what he feels he needs to do, he understands the reasons for why he wants to do it. But I'm like,
I don't feel like he should be scolded for it.
No, but the thing is, you can't speak on that unless you're actually from like for instance, if it was someone on the team like Lukaku or Mendy or someone speaking on it, like cool, like even he's saying he don't want to speak on it, like, or he don't want to like consult his teammates, like. Have the respect to speak to your teammates, because you've got people that it affects on your team.
That doesn't seem like it would sit well with everyone in the team.
Yeah, if I was on that team, I'd be like, right, okay, my man's entitled to do whatever he wants to do, and he's a grown man. He lives his own life. He's got his own path.
To have the conversation.
Have the decency. Talk to me, innit? Like, because if it was about a crisis to do with Spanish people and whatever, and I felt that way, I will go to Marcos Alonso and be like, yo, like, I'm having these thoughts. Like, how do you feel about it? Like, I might actually take this action. Like, how does that affect you?
I mean, obviously, on top of that, like, me and you played on the same team, and like, somehow our team's gone from being predominantly one way to now kind of a mix of both. And like, I'll say both, a diverse team, more diverse than it was. And it seems like, you know, we either play teams that are predominantly one way or the other. Doesn't seem to be making much of a difference with us, and we're just non-league players. But I don't know, man. I don't see it.
It's not like implemented at our level.
Yeah, I know.
Whereas them, they're just in the spotlight
every single saying that, they play. I haven't experienced since playing anything like that. And it's not like it doesn't exist.
Not to your face, because anyone that would say anything racist to you are too shook to say it on a Sunday league pitch.
That's fine.
When you're in a crowd of 70,000, people think they can hide in the crowd, innit?
Like, I think it's already nuts when man are throwing like bananas at man at corners, and then like Danny Alvarez is just picking it up and munching it. And
listen, when I went to West Ham today, I was surrounded by thousands and thousands of white people. Yeah.
What's wrong with white people?
Nothing whatsoever. Like, I've some of my friends
at West Ham. I wonder why. Go on.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's so easy like to get carried away and be in that like atmosphere for them, like for certain people, not all, to like throw those names on black people or whoever, and and you know, like obviously they get carried away. Sometimes it's alcohol fueled or whatever, and it's like they can hide amongst their own people. Obviously, some of them call them out, but like
but obviously
you don't have to face you know when you're on a Sunday league pitch,
you don't have to face it that directly.
And someone comes directly to you and says to you, yo.
Yeah, but you see what the problem is? The problem is now is that obviously, say for instance, we start straight back from the England final as such, and the moment, like we all had different experiences no matter where you was watching it, but the moment these are the players that miss penalties, like the sad part is I automatically knew exactly where this was going. You probably had the same thoughts.
Me, Blair and JP were all together, and we all said like as soon as Saka missed, it was like Saka shouldn't have even been taking that penalty, because the abuse you're gonna get now is gonna be mad.
And it was sad that these men actually.
But that's what taking any does. That little reminder and awareness to people before the game.
We said as soon as Rashford,
it stops a lot of people from
taking
the that probably would have. No, but
like
anyone that was gonna like even has that little thought of giving abuse,
they're gonna
at the game.
Yeah.
And no, but it's like all them players are taking a knee. It's like racism, and that might stop them doing that during the game.
The funniest thing with that was like even when like because Sterling scored a couple goals. And in the game that Sterling and Kane scored, Kane's in the headlines. It was just like they're still on this thing with Sterling.
I felt like Sterling was carrying England.
Yeah, he was. He did.
Like he scored the sole goal in like numerous games.
Yeah, him and Saka was the main reasons why we was even attacking.
And the thing is, like you said, like we watched it together. We watched the game together. Yeah, when Rashford and Saka missed.
Rashford and Sancho missed.
And Sancho.
And then Saka was walking up and Blair went, oh no, not Saka. He was like, because if he misses this, like
it's over.
It's like
over.
And it was like we knew exactly where stuff was going. The moment
he missed.
Do you know what? Even the moment that Rashford missed, my heart was like, I feel sorry for his DMs, let alone everything else. And
because the thing is, Rashford and
Sancho.
Not really. I ain't really seen stick for Sancho because he plays in Germany anyway.
Well, he did at the time, but yeah.
Yeah, at the time.
No, but he was already signed by then.
He was signed by then, but I'm saying the media have like this thing against Rashford and Sterling especially.
What do you mean? They've been having Sterling. Sterling's been in the papers.
Yeah. Sterling especially.
And do you know what the sad thing is? He hasn't even been in the papers for anything that he's done.
Donny's bought properties for his family.
For his family.
Like
he has a gun tattoo.
He's got come on, like.
Oh yeah, because normal players don't have tattoos.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think like obviously is by
he does not have the worst tattoo. Let's agree this right now. Yeah. Even without knowing what player has what tattoo, there's no way the worst tattoo in professional football is a gun on your leg.
Because he's shooting foot, that's why.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's reason behind it.
Yeah, and that's fair.
And the thing is, he shouldn't have to.
Everyone else
he has to come up with a whole essay about why he's got that.
Black guy, gun, typical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's what every black guy. It's not even like if America, cool, but we're in England where that's not even the thing like that. Do you know what I mean?
It's not cool in America.
In all there's less states that guns
all the white donnies with cowboy hats have got guns, not more than the black people.
All the what?
All the white donnies with cowboy hats on have guns in America more than black people.
Yeah, and then the black people have to get guns so that they're equal.
Get a little one.
I would actually argue, I don't know the stats on this, but I would probably hazard a guess that the states that do not have legal guns in them have more guns in them, than the ones that do.
Yeah, because
I'd actually hazard
most of the people that's now in those states moved from gun club country.
Yeah, and obviously, when you don't have a warrant for a gun,
it's now a gun crime.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are currently bringing this pod to an end. Thank you for joining us, JP.
Yeah,
it's good to hear your views and opinions on certain topics. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. As always, hit us up in the comments with some sort of suggestions of, let's say, the current.
Any topics you got or anything you see that you think you want to hear us talk about?
Yeah, because I'm not really that social, if you haven't realised.
Yeah, then message me on Insta at JP__P. I might reply to your DMs if you're buff. No, I'm joking.
Keep it in.
I'm joking. DMs are closed. DMs are closed.
I got a flow. When I react, the man's got cold. When I react, the man's got go. You little bitch, stick it in your reacts. If I was a big react, the man's got no. Anything goes, you know this year just gonna blow like I won't have it, you won't manage. So I'm real, I'm something like magic. Part with a man that also savage.